everybody, and welcome back to the OJ podcast. I'm Olivia, that's Jamie, and I'm back, depending on when this is uploaded. But
The other two have already been uploaded. You should know this. The episodes you were gone have been uploaded.
I know, I'm busy. But anyway, today's episode we are going to be talking about the MLB postseason, specifically our playoff bracket. So I'm very biased as a Red Sox fan, and Jamie is less biased as a Brewers fan. But we're both going to be probably coming in with a bit of bias for sure.
Repping the best team in the league.
You do have that going. You. I think you'll be very happy with where I put the Brewers.
But we are going based off of what the bracket would look like as of today, August 15th. Right now, the teams on the American League side, we have the Blue Jays are number 1 overall, but also number 1 in the No, is it the East?
I believe it's the American League. Unless I'm going crazy.
It's your league.
Yeah, I believe it's the American League.
I said that. I said they were the top of the American League. I'm asking, are they in the East?
I'm sorry.
That's what I didn't know.
Okay, it was a misunderstanding. Yeah, they're on top of AL East.
Yes. Tigers are on top for AL Central, and they're second, and then it's the Astros for the West for AL, and they're third. And then it goes Mariners, Red Sox, Yankees for them. And then when we skip on over to the National League, we have Brewers number 1 also leading the Central. Then we have... It's the Padres next, yeah. No, it's not. It's the Dodgers. Sorry.
It's the Giants.
No, Giants!
Oh.
No!
No, it's the Mariners, but the team's the Giants, no? Or is it the Padres?
The Giants are down. The Giants are bad right now.
Wait,
I wrote my bracket wrong. That's why I'm getting confused. I have the Dodgers in 2.
It is the Padres. I saw San, and my brain just does the thing sometimes where it switches to San and San. It is the Padres. I'm just an idiot.
I was confused at my own bracket.
Padres written down. What am I doing?
Yeah, so the Padres are actually third, but they're leading the West, and then second is the Phillies leading the East for National League. And then it goes, it goes Dodgers, Cubs, Mets. Which...
Bro, I wrote Giants so many times after recording that it's Padres. They did the San Francisco, San Diego switch.
I'm like, what are you talking about with the Giants? They're so far down now.
Well, I was thinking of bullying Nick at any opportunity possible, because I can, as a better team. And I think I just wanted to take the opportunity to bully Nick so badly, even though he doesn't watch us, that I, manifested him there.
Oh,
you know?
I could easily bully that man, because that man at the beginning of the season, because, the Giants won, the Giants were on top, by a landslide for preseason stuff, and now they have just fallen off the grid completely.
Yeah, I just wanted to really bully him, and then, I was thinking so much, I think, about the fact that I was going to bully him, that I just put his team there, even though they weren't.
Yeah, no.
So,
they're actually, I think, pretty far from contention, too.
They're really not great. They're fourth in their league, or in their division, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, again, I was here to bully him about that, and I just placed his team there instead. So, that's where the mix-up came in.
Yeah.
My desire to be mean.
So, I guess we'll start off with, the wild card games, which we can start off with the Yankees versus the Astros. As of lately with the Yankees, I think I think they're in the potential of even leaving the wild card spot. So if they do stick in, I think the Astros are going to win.
Well, baseball is such a game of, like, streaks. Teams go on really good runs really quickly. And so the Yankees are 4-6 in their last game. And they were not doing great before then. I'm not sure off the top of my head how many games are left, but unless they get out of the slump, they might get dropped.
There's at least
I have Houston beating them.
There's at least 30 games left because you got to think like one game every single day until the end of September. So at least 30-ish, because there's a lot of people thinking the Brewers might go for a 100-win season.
So there's at least 30. Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I'm just doing my best, you know?
But I think it's the Astros. They've just been doing better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll run over to the NL.
I also just hate the Yankees, so any chance...
She's just gonna automatically say they lose.
Well, I actually would have liked to have played them in, like, a wild card position, because that would be really fun for me and my area, because we would all turn into, like, wretched human beings despising each other. But the way the bracket's currently shaped up, we wouldn't meet till the final American League game, the AL. And I just don't. I think the Red Sox have a good chance to get there because we've been playing pretty well of late. But I don't think the Yankees have any chance to get there. You can disagree with me, but historically we perform really well from the wild card spot.
It's more of the team you have to go against next. That's the situation.
I'm just saying.
But let's run over to the National League, the Mets versus the Padres. I'm fully Padres. The Mets are on a 10-game losing streak. Like, I think, no, it's now they won the last game. They won, like, a night ago. But otherwise, the Mets are just, they've been doing bad. Like, we easily, I wouldn't say the Brewers easily swept them. We just had Brewers have become a comeback team where you get to the 6th inning and all of a sudden we got some juice to us, and that's when we come back.
I would say it is a game of streaks. Baseball is a very streaky sport.
The Mets aren't. They're 1-9 right now.
Yes. I do, but that's what I'm saying. It's a streak. So they've been playing really well, and now they're in a bad slump. Whereas I do think they will play better towards the end of the season. I do think, and I agree with you, that the Padres will likely beat them.
Yeah.
But all it takes is the Padres to go into a slump, and that can happen right at the playoffs.
I just think the Padres have been consistent all season, whereas the Mets have been very up and down, and so looking at that consistency is where I'm looking into it.
I'm not arguing with you. I think the Padres will win. I'm just saying I don't want to, like, completely write off any team, because I know how baseball postseason goes, and you can get some really unexpected outcomes.
Then
I also totally wrote it down as Giants because I was in my Nick hatred place. So my logic was screw you, Nick, next to it. I have not talked to him since graduation, and I'm still just like, he will lose. This is more for Ella as well. I just want any team Ella roots for, because she's a Yankees fan, to fail.
Red Sox versus Mariners. I do think the Red Sox will move on to the next one.
Same.
The Mariners just don't have the key consistency. Like, they weren't the best last year either, so I'm also looking into that. Like, they didn't even get into the playoffs, I'm fairly sure.
In all fairness, the Red Sox were not great last year either. We made a trade for our first baseman, Rafael Devers, was very
Yeah,
toxic, I would
but
say.
that happened this year.
Yeah, it did, but ever since we traded him, the team turned around.
Yeah.
So, like, we weren't that great last year. And then I believe his name's Roman Anthony. We signed him from our minor league team in Maine, and we've been playing a lot better, which is fun.
Yeah, but I think the Red
Hopefully
Sox...
I'm not giving fake information, but this is what I remember. So.
I think the Red Sox have it in them to get past the wild card, just based historically and everything, so... Cubs versus Dodgers. I have the Dodgers. The Cubs, ever since the Brewers took the Central and have been popping off, the Cubs have been on a downhill streak. And just... I'm obviously... the Brewers live rent-free in Cubs, like, fans' heads right now. It's, like, bad, because I'm constantly getting TikToks about this. And, like, everyone in the comments are just like, yeah, the Cubs have terrible management, nothing's happening, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, I think the Dodgers...
My parents were going on a trip, so my mother's now texting me about logistics. So I just had to quickly respond to her, because I have been left in charge of the house.
But yeah, I think it's the Dodgers over the Cubs. Easy any day.
Sorry, Dodgers over the Cubs?
Mm-hmm.
I said Dodgers over the Cubs as well. I don't even need to look. Because Dodgers were the champions last year. I think they do have enough juice left in the tank. I actually don't think, spoiler alert, I don't think they're winning this year. But
I don't either.
I think they are getting at least through the first round, because they are a very, I feel like, disciplined team, and they also have some of the best players because they're in LA and they're spoiled bastards, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to... Come on. Unfair. Sorry, I'm letting out all my grievances in this episode for baseball.
Did I put them... I think I might have put the Blue Jays in the wrong spot. Are the Blue Jays going against the Astros? Because we agreed on all of these.
The Blue Jays will be going against Houston, yes.
Okay.
Based on how we predicted it.
Then I did this...
I have the Blue Jays beating Houston.
Yeah, I would say that too.
The Blue Jays are the less experienced team from my memory, because I know Houston won in 2022. So that was just 2 years ago. I don't...
3 years ago?
I don't keep up on Houston specific... Oh my god. 3 years ago. I don't keep up on Houston specific baseball.
I think the Blue Jays, just based off of this year, they have it. They have been number 1, number 2 in the entire MLB the entire season. Like, they have it. Yeah.
Also, I have some divisional pride. So, except for the Yankees. They suck. But Blue Jays, they're okay.
And then...
Fun fact, actually. I believe my first ever baseball game we went to was actually in Baltimore, Maryland. And we saw the Orioles versus the Blue Jays play. And because of that, the Orioles are actually probably my second favorite team in baseball, because I have a fond memory. But the Blue Jays beat the Orioles that game. So my first ever baseball game that I got the chance to go to, the team I was rooting for lost. So...
I have no clue. My first ever one was obviously a Twins-Brewers game, because that is a closer stadium than the Brewers Stadium.
Well, we were on vacation in Baltimore, and so we impulsively got tickets because they were playing.
Yeah. Up next, Brewers versus Padres. I think the Brewers will move on.
I think so, too.
I think...
Here's why. I have Wanda.
Okay.
You can't lose in the wild card if you're not in the wild card.
Oh my god.
We are traumatized.
Everyone will still think they will lose in the first round they play, but I think they'll get past the first round at least. Just, so far, we'll see how the game goes tonight. My prediction is they lose this first game against, who are they playing right now? Yeah, I think they'll lose the first game against the Reds, but then win the next 2 games. I don't think they'll hold on to...
They are due for a loss. because the pancake can only hold you into victory for so long.
Milwaukee got their free burgers, and that's all that was needed.
Is that why?
Well, it was back in the day, like when the Brewers first became a team. Or no, when used to be the Braves. When Milwaukee used to be the Braves. It was this one burger chain that's just in like the Milwaukee area that was like, if they get a 12-game running like streak, you get free burgers from this chain. And so the first time it happened, I think, was in '86 when it was the Brewers, when it switched over to the Brewers. And they sold like 180,000 burgers. Yeah. And then
I guess the logic is so they'd buy something else.
Because
you're not going to go in and just get a burger. You'll get fries or you'll get a drink, and that adds up to more money.
But then the next time it happened in 2018, which is if someone's talking about like the greatest Brewers team lineup, it was the 2018 team. Like, they thought they were going to the World Series then.
Guess who went to the World Series and won in 2018?
Whatever. But it was a 12-game winning streak, but it got split between the regular season and the playoffs. But it still counted, still got their burgers. And then now we just, as of 2 nights ago, got our 12-game winning streak. Because we had an 11-game one, lost it, but now we had our 12-game one, and we won it. And the same company, even because this is the Brewers' first away game in, 2 weeks. We've had home games for a while. And so as the team was getting onto the plane, the company gave them all burgers, the players, so, as they were going to Cincinnati. Yeah, so.
I remembered when the Patriots used to win, back when Brady still played. I don't know if this promotion still goes on, but if the Patriots won, Dunkin' would give everybody a free medium coffee that next day. And, we always won. So I was always getting free medium coffees, and I missed this promotion.
Yeah, I don't think they have it anymore if you don't know of it.
They might, honestly. We just don't win as much because, we don't have the
Fair enough.
player of all time.
Then we go back down to the Red Sox versus the Tigers. I have the Red Sox losing.
No. Here's my reasoning. Annika says Detroit always loses. Now.
That's not a good indication.
No, here's my other piece of logic. I just prefer the Red Sox and I want them to win. So I'm giving it to the Red Sox because I want them to win. So they are going to win. I am just manifesting. I'll have my little circle of candles. I'll do some witchcraft voodoo or whatever, and we're going to win.
No. They don't have it.
All the way to the World Series. I do have us losing in the World Series, so my bracket's not completely incorrect, but we're going all the way.
All the way to the World? No. You are crazy. I don't even have the Brewers going that far, and they're number 1.
I do. I have more faith in your team than you do. You have to just manifest.
Wait, do you have the Brewers winning?
I do. I've had them. That's what I came into this podcast expecting. You know how I told you I didn't fill out the bracket beforehand?
Yeah.
I was always going to have the Brewers beating the Red Sox.
That's wild. Anyways.
I'm telling you, you are cursed to lose in the wild card. You're not in the wild card. Therefore, you're going to win.
That's crazy. Oh, look, I just got the notification the Brewers are about to play. Anyways. Dodgers versus Phillies. I feel like you're not going to like my take on this one, but I think the Dodgers.
I also think the Dodgers.
Do you really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have more faith in a team that consistently goes far in the postseason every time.
That was my thing, too.
I also just hate Philly, so,
I know Philly is 3rd overall right now, and I think the Dodgers are like 5th or 6th, but I just think the Dodgers have that playoff momentum.
Well, I think that, but also I feel like for baseball, it's much easier for lower seeded teams to go far.
Yeah.
Which is why I also, like, my Red Sox take you might view as crazy, but I don't think for baseball you can strictly go off the numbers of games won, because I do view it as a very streaky sport.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I think teams that have more proven, like, high pressure situation experience ignore the Brewers here, because I think they're just cursed in a different way. But I think teams that have more high pressure experience are more likely to go far. And the Dodgers won the World Series last year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going down without a fight. So I think they are going to make it to the National League final.
Yeah. What gets me is when I tend to try to look at the whole season when I think of my predictions, and it's just like the Red Sox at the beginning, or like more in the middle, I would say. In the middle, we're struggling a lot, and
Well, that was around when we changed our lineup.
True.
Or when our lineup was changing. Since we've done that, we have been playing remarkably well, which is, again, another reason why I don't think you can look super in-depth specifically at the beginning.
But also, you haven't moved up at all.
The trade deadline.
You haven't moved. Yeah. I think you were.
We were down at, like, the bottom for a while. Like, at least 4th, yeah. Like,
you're talking. I'm talking the entire MLB. You haven't moved much. You've been at 10th for a while. And you're at 10th right now.
Though, like, the numbers do say that, and I do agree to a certain extent you have to take in numbers and statistics for it. I think you'd be illogical not to. But again, if it were basketball, I would put a little more credence into it, even football. But, like, for me, it's like if you go on 5 games, or 7 games, depending on what series you're in, and you're having a rough series, that's it for you. Or if it's a bad matchup, it's it for you. And I think Red Sox, or even any other wild card team in general, you're still really good. You've still won in a...
Well, yeah.
Here, I think you could go off vibes sometimes for baseball. I don't think, like, numbers, yes, but also just energy. I'm sounding like a hippie.
Fair. Like, I can see that, because I know I've seen a couple of people being like, the reason why the Brewers are winning is because they have this weird niche thing. Like, they have the pocket pancakes. Like, that is, like, a team has to have a weird thing, and that's how they win.
It's the pocket pancakes. I'm telling you. It's all energy.
Yeah.
And the Brewers have good energy right now. And as long as I think they maintain it, I think they have a good chance. I think baseball, like when the Red Sox went down 03 in 2004, most teams would be like, oh, it's over. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to come back because nobody's ever done that. But then they kept positive energy. They were like, no, we got this. Why not us? Why not now? Why can't we break it? And they come back. Like, it's a very possible thing to do if you have the right atmosphere in your dugout, I guess. So,
yeah.
I think for baseball, because it's a more streaky sport, because I do think it is based around energy and, like, grit a bit more than it's pure numbers. Like, obviously numbers come into play. You have to make the playoffs. So you have to be decent to even get there. But once you're there, I think it's literally who wants it more and who can execute the best.
But also, see, you're seeing that as a fan where your team has done that and succeeded, and whereas I am as a fan where my team has wanted it so badly, so many times, and had the chances and have had good regular seasons where they're just dominating, and they fail. And so it's just like, you do need to look a little bit at the stats and, like, stuff there.
I agree. But also, I came into this podcast saying my ranking was based off my vibes of who I want to go far. So I'm not using any logic or reasoning for this.
Yeah.
So for the listeners, for any angry fanboys, I don't care. I'm doing what I want because it's my bracket and I have free will. So,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. But anyways.
Same for like March Madness. We'll always give it to UConn because they're my team, and UConn tends to do pretty well, so it's not a huge issue for me. But
now let's get to AL championship. We have different brackets here. This is where we diverge. I have the Blue Jays versus the Tigers, and I think the Blue Jays will win.
Okay, realistically, I have it Blue Jays versus Red Sox. I do think the Blue Jays would win here, but I gave it to the Red Sox anyway because it's my bracket and it's my dream. So, logically, though, that I actually gave it to the Blue Jays. But I'm going to go forth with this podcast saying I gave it to the Red Sox because I'm a loyal fan.
Okay.
No.
NL championship. We have the same teams, but we already know we differ in who is about to win this.
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers will win.
I think the Brewers will win, and I actually do have numbers to back this one up. I think you guys have swept the Dodgers twice now,
yes.
Right?
We've swept them in both in a 2-week span.
That looked like I was just flipping off the camera. I wasn't. My finger just got cut off. But you've swept them twice. I do think you have their number right now, and I do think you have better energy than the Dodgers do right now. And so I also just would prefer for a team that has less of a market to do well and is more homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, internally, Milwaukee is my National League team anyway, so I would like the series that I'm actually rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there is some math to back it up, where they have swept them twice. I think based on how the bracket goes, I'm pretty sure they're better rested as well, because they have played less games.
Oh, yeah, and they have. Dodgers are a wild card right now.
Brewers do happen. Yeah, so I do give it to the Brewers, and I do actually have some logic behind it. But also, I'd love for the Pocket Pancake team to win the World Series, because I think that's really funny. So, I also think you guys are hungry. They just won, and you guys have been trying to get to this point for years, like literal years. Have you even ever been in a World Series?
I think once.
Yeah, you want it more. Like,
yeah,
I feel like.
And we're the 5th newest team in baseball.
Yeah.
We're a very fresh team. I don't know. There's just like.
You know how this story goes?
Yeah, I do. It's like, we were at the game last year. We were at that Mets-Brewers game, where the Brewers were winning the entire game. It was the last inning. We all thought it was over. Like, everyone thought it was over.
I did not think it was over. I was just enjoying the good energy in the stadium.
And then they bring out the closing pitcher.
Your closer was awful.
And the closer ruins it.
In the regular season, but if he can't back it up, he needs to go, which he did. But he is terrible.
And so I think there's just that is so ingrained in me. I think there's a chance that it'll get to those final games and the same situation will happen again, because this is what always happens.
Imagine they go up 0-3 and blow it. They Brewers it. I could see it happening. It can't be the Dodgers, though. I don't want the Dodgers.
I just think
you guys have to win.
The Dodgers have the playoff practice. They have been here so many times. Yeah, they're not playing the greatest right now, but it's also just like, I just don't think there's gonna be something bad happening. And that's just in my gut.
Well, I'm going to just have more faith in your team than you do.
Like, yeah, I would love us to get to the World Series. I would love us to do it for Euchre. And I would love, like, the power of friendship and all that to work. Because it's like...
Not the power of friendship.
It's like, the Brewers, if you watch, or if you look at any, like, stats or anything, we don't have any players that are, like, top 5 players in the league. No, we just have a bunch of midfield guys that want to win. And, like, that's what a lot of people are saying is the reason we we're doing this right now is we have...
There's some really good historic teams, not just in baseball, but in other sports that are built like that, but because there's less ego, they tend to do fairly well. So, I mean, that could come into factor because everyone just wants to win versus somebody's trying to play for their reputation.
Yeah. But I just think that'll die out. So I have the Dodgers moving on to the World Series.
I'll have more faith in your team. I have the Brewers.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to do really well. I'm going to choose just to buy into the wild card first, and once you break it, by not doing it, I think you guys will win.
So, your World Series have the Red Sox and the Brewers, and mine has the Blue Jays and the Dodgers, and I think the Blue Jays will win.
I think the Brewers will win. Even if we're doing, like, correct, probably one where it's Blue Jays and Brewers, I still think the Brewers will win. Based on everything I've been talking about. They've just been on such an amazing tear for a pretty decent amount of time now. And I hate giving you this validation. Because I don't, like, I like the Brewers. I want them to do well. But I also like beating you. So the fact that I think your team is going to do well very much upsets me. Because I want my team to win. But I can't be completely delusional. As much as I want to be. Just pretend I'm completely delusional. But I would prefer the Red Sox to win. Obviously, they are my team. But I think the Brewers have just been more consistent throughout the season. And I think they have gone in less extreme slumps where when we've gone on a slump, we've been playing pretty bad. I think you have more proven ability versus harder teams as well. Also, I was at the game when the Brewers beat the Red Sox, so I'm a little traumatized, and I'm worried I've cursed my team. So, I do think that the Brewers will win.
Yeah. The Blue Jays just have been the consistent team, and that's just really what I'm kind of just banking off of. Like, they weren't really the greatest right away, but a couple months in, it was just like they were on top of everything all the time. So it's just like, that's what I gotta give it to.
I can't give it to Toronto, though. They are the first team to ever traumatize me in baseball. I can't give them this satisfaction. I think I hold a secret resentment towards the Blue Jays that's never truly been discussed. But it's there, and it's, like, apparently deep-seated. I don't want them to win. Like, they're not Yankees bad. Like, the Yankees winning another...
Like, I don't want the Canadians, the one Canadian team to win, but I think they will.
No, I like Canada. It's the fact that it's the Blue Jays. Where I'm like... I do think it's funny, though, for Canada, for this specific year.
For Canada to win?
All the context going on, for Canada to win America's sport.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
It's just a little cherry on top of everything going on. But I don't think they're going to win. But it would be a very funny outcome, because I would tweet about that.
Oh, yeah.
/ Blue Sky it. / Threads it, or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they have it in them. I think a Blue Jays-Dodgers matchup would also kind of be interesting, too. It's a weird matchup. Or even a Blue Jays-Brewers would be also a very weird matchup. 'Cause that's two, like, interesting teams. Kind of out of nowhere teams also, because the Brewers were supposed to be bad this year.
Well, you were. I've always talked about this with you. I think you have one of the best development programs in baseball. You don't get any free agents. because you're a small market.
We literally
in the
lost
baseball.
our free agent player to the Giants.
Exactly. So for me, it's like, I think you have one of the most underrated.
Yeah.
But
Except
I
if
think
you're
potentially
Yelich.
the best, like, development team in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because so many of your guys are homegrown, I do think that gives some good energy.
Yeah.
As well.
I do think it also...
You have nothing going for you to sign a free agent. You're in Wisconsin.
I think the biggest factor into us losing the playoffs last year was Yelich was hurt. Yes, he was there, but he wasn't playing. And that man loves Milwaukee. He was a part of the 2018 team. He is the biggest supporter of the Brewers. He's obviously been a free agent for a long time, but he's stayed because he loves Milwaukee and he loves the Brewers. And so I think that's also into it. So as long as Yelich doesn't hurt himself anymore, we're fine. Which he's been doing fine.
Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Chourio out right now, but it hasn't actually done much. Like, we replaced him with another...
Because of his music.
Yeah. He was really bad at the beginning of the season, but also he broke a finger, and now he's just, like, skyrocketed in how well he's doing.
For many sports, breaking a finger isn't great, but I think especially for baseball, you're holding onto a
He's
bat,
also a catcher.
One, have to bend your hand, but two, you're trying to hit a ball, which means you're getting a lot of pressure to then put on that finger.
Well, I think it was his catching hand, too.
Out for to let heal. Is it his catching hand?
Yeah,
I think you let that heal. My wrist doctor once said the injury people let leave the most is their wrist and hands. They don't view it as necessary, even though you use it probably the most out of any part of your body.
Yeah.
And I have taken that advice to heart because he is right. Why would I let my hands hurt? Like, I use them all the time. It's so important. So I think he should have let it heal properly.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Well, you have the Brewers for some reason winning, and I have the Blue Jays.
I have faith in you guys. You dodged your curse. You're going to, like, expel your demons.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You have no faith.
No faith. No faith.
But, yeah, I guess I'll sum it up then. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky. Subscribe to our channel, and that's it, I guess. I'm failing the outro again, but hey, we tried. Bye, everybody.
Bye.